Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Imagine yourself standing in a bustling American marketplace, the smell of street vendors filling the air, children playing, and the hum of everyday life around you. You reach into your pocket, grabbing a handful of change, and you pull out a quarter. But this isn't just any quarter. It's an unassuming coin, worn from years of circulation, yet it holds within it a hidden treasure, the 1988 $quarter coin, a coin that is now valued at an incredible $138,000. In this moment, you are holding a piece of American history, a coin that represents a shift in the production, design, and value of American currency. So, how did this simple quarter become worth so much? Let's take a deeper look into the fascinating story of the 1988 $quarter coin, one of the most coveted and valuable coins in modern U.S. numismatics. The story of the 1988 $quarter coin starts with a historical shift that many might not even be aware of. The late 1980s marked a period of change for the United States, not just politically or socially, but also in the way the country viewed its coinage. Coins had long been seen as functional, as everyday currency used to make purchases or pay for small items. However, by the time the 1980s came around, collectors had begun to look at these same coins through a different lens, one of rarity, value, and history. In fact, many modern coins that are now worth tens of thousands of dollars were once overlooked as ordinary pocket change, casually used in day-to-day transactions. But something shifted in the way collectors and investors viewed coins in the latter half of the 20th century, and the 1988 quarter was no exception. While most Americans had no idea of the quarter's potential worth, small numbers of coin collectors were already beginning to understand that even seemingly ordinary coins could hold extraordinary value. The heart of the story is a shift in how coins were minted. Historically, the U.S. Mint had been using a relatively straightforward process for producing coins. However, over time, advancements in minting technology and new innovations in die preparation, the metal stamps used to imprint designs on coins, meant that errors, flaws, and unique characteristics could emerge during the minting process. These errors would go on to play a crucial role in the value of the 1988 quarter. But before we dive into the intricacies of the minting process, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1988 quarter itself. The obverse of the coin, the side that features the face of George Washington, was originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932. Washington's image has been a part of American coinage since the coin's inception, making it one of the most iconic features of U.S. currency. The depiction of Washington on the quarter has become synonymous with the idea of liberty, the American Revolution, and the founding of the nation. For decades, this image was a consistent symbol on U.S. quarters, and it was easy to forget just how historically significant this design truly was. However, while the Washington design remained relatively unchanged, it was the reverse side of the 1988 quarter that would play an even more critical role in its future value. The reverse design remained the traditional eagle, a symbol of American strength and freedom, first adopted in the 1932 design. But despite the traditional designs, it was the minting process and the production errors that would cause certain 1988 quarters to stand out, giving them the rare and valuable qualities that collectors and investors began to seek out. To understand how the 1988 quarter became so valuable, we need to delve deeper into the minting process. The United States Mint has been producing coins since 1792, but the methods and technologies used to create those coins have evolved over time. By the late 1980s, the U.S. Mint was using highly advanced machines that could strike multiple coins at a rapid pace, but they also had to contend with the challenges of precision and consistency in the minting process. This was where things started to get interesting. In coin production, a die is used to stamp the design onto the coin, and each die is pressed into metal blanks, called planchets. The process involves great care and precision, but even small deviations or imperfections in the dies can cause errors. These errors could range from subtle misalignments to more noticeable flaws like double strikes or die cracks. When such errors occur, the resulting coin is no longer considered mint state, but rather a unique example of the production process gone awry. For the 1988 quarter, several coins were struck with slight imperfections, either in the form of a misaligned die, an off-center strike, or a subtle doubling of the design. These small, seemingly insignificant flaws made certain quarters stand out, and collectors quickly began to notice. At first, these errors were not considered especially valuable, as most people simply used them as normal change. But over time, collectors began to realize that the 1988 quarters with the right combination of flaws were becoming rarer and more desirable. It was the double die error that became particularly important in boosting the value of these coins. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing the design to appear doubled, particularly on the inscriptions or the image of Washington. These coins are considered highly collectible because they represent an anomaly in the minting process. They are not merely defective coins, but rather unique examples of how mistakes in production can create something rare and valuable. Another factor contributing to the rarity of the 1988 quarter is the relatively small number of error coins that were released into circulation. While millions of quarters were minted that year, only a small percentage of those were affected by the minting imperfections that made them valuable. Over time, these coins were either lost, spent, or melted down, leaving only a select few in circulation. As the years passed and more collectors became aware of these coins, their value began to skyrocket. For those fortunate enough to possess one of these rare quarters, the discovery could be life-changing. Imagine receiving a 1988 quarter in your pocket change, paying little attention to it, and then years later realizing that it's worth $138,000. This is not a rare occurrence for certain collectors, and it's a testament to the way that coin values can evolve over time, especially when rarity and historical significance come into play. As the value of the 1988 quarter dollar continued to rise, it became one of the most talked about coins in the world of numismatics. Rarely does a coin from modern U.S. circulation attract so much attention, but the 1988 quarter's combination of design, historical context, and unique minting errors put it at the forefront of coin collectors' minds. And while it may have once been overlooked as just another piece of pocket change, it now stands as a shining example of how a simple coin can turn into a valuable artifact of American history. Beyond the collector community, the 1988 quarter also became a symbol of how small production errors can have an outsized impact on the value of a coin. The market for error coins boomed, and the desire for rare and unusual minting mistakes reached new heights. It wasn't just about collecting quarters anymore, it was about finding something extraordinary in the most unlikely of places. In the case of the 1988 quarter, that discovery led to a significant windfall for many lucky collectors. As we look at the 1988 quarter today, its story continues to unfold. The current value of $138,000 is a reflection of its rarity, the scarcity of certain error varieties, and the passionate interest of collectors who see more in these coins than meets the eye. It's a symbol of how numismatics can offer unexpected rewards, how everyday coins can take on a life of their own, and how even a small mistake in minting can turn an ordinary piece of currency into a small fortune. In the world of coin collecting, the 1988 quarter dollar coin has earned its place as one of the most valuable and historically significant coins in modern U.S. currency. From its humble beginnings as a piece of pocket change to its current status as a coveted collector's treasure, the 1988 quarter has proven that sometimes, the true value of a coin lies not in its design or its face value, but in the rare and unique qualities that make it stand out from the rest. The 2001 quarter dollar coin might seem like an ordinary coin to the casual observer, but for numismatists and coin collectors, it's a rare and valuable treasure. Today, this quarter is worth an astounding $122,000. How did a simple coin from the early 2000s earn such a high value? To understand this, we need to look closely at the historical, cultural, and minting factors that have made the 2001 quarter one of the most sought-after coins in modern U.S. history. To fully appreciate the value of the 2001 quarter, we first need to understand the significance of the time period in which it was minted. In 1999, the United States Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, a revolutionary initiative aimed at celebrating each of the 50 states in the Union through unique designs featured on the reverse side of the quarter. This program was a major shift in the way quarters had traditionally been designed, as it moved away from the standard imagery of the eagle and introduced a state-centric design. The program sparked a nationwide coin-collecting frenzy, with people of all ages actively collecting the various state quarters as they were released. The 50 State Quarters program was not just about the coins themselves, but about creating a connection between Americans and their state's history and culture. Each design was carefully chosen to reflect something significant about the state, whether it was its natural beauty, historical achievements, or cultural heritage. By the time 2001 rolled around, the program had already gained significant traction, and collectors were eagerly awaiting the release of the next set of state-specific quarters. The 2001 quarter was the third year in the program, and it marked the release of quarters for two states, Delaware and Pennsylvania. For coin collectors, the Delaware quarter is particularly interesting, as it was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, earning it the title of the first state. This was a remarkable piece of American history to be immortalized on a coin. Delaware's design featured an image of the Delaware drummer boy, a symbol of the state's role in the American Revolution. The reverse side of the quarter shows a Revolutionary War-era drummer, with the phrase, "the first state," beneath him. This design was carefully chosen to honor Delaware's critical role in the founding of the United States and its position as the first state to ratify the Constitution. The coin beautifully encapsulates Delaware's historical significance and its place in the American narrative. However, it's not just the historical context of Delaware's quarter that makes it valuable. The design itself is striking and intricate, capturing a moment of American history and paying tribute to a lesser-known hero in the Revolutionary War, the drummer boy, whose music served as an inspiration to the soldiers. This design choice is part of what gives the Delaware quarter its charm and appeal among collectors, especially those with a keen interest in American history. As with many valuable coins, the rarity of the 2001 Delaware quarter comes not only from its design but from the minting process itself. The U.S. Mint has strict protocols to ensure the quality of each coin, but as with all mass-produced items, the process is prone to errors. And these errors are precisely what make certain versions of the 2001 quarter highly coveted in the world of coin collecting. When a coin is struck, a die is used to imprint the design onto a metal planchet, a blank disc of metal. The process must be precise, but even the most careful production can result in mistakes. For instance, a die can become misaligned, causing the coin's design to be off-center. Or, a coin may be struck multiple times, causing the design to appear doubled, which is known as a double die error. These errors are typically extremely rare, and even a slight flaw in a coin's minting can increase its value dramatically. For the 2001 Delaware quarter, several minting errors have been reported. These include coins that are double-struck, off-center, or have noticeable die cracks. A double-strike coin, for example, occurs when the die strikes the coin twice before it is removed from the press, leaving a noticeable doubling of the inscriptions and design elements. Such coins are highly collectible and often command premium prices at auction. In addition to these error coins, another reason for the high value of the 2001 quarter is its overall rarity in perfect condition. While millions of 2001 Delaware quarters were minted, a small number of them survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. These high-quality examples are highly sought after by collectors, as they represent an ideal specimen of the coin. The combination of rarity and quality has made these quarters valuable, especially when they feature unique errors. What further enhances the value of the 2001 Delaware quarter is the popularity of the entire 50 State Quarters program. This series was a massive success, drawing in a large number of collectors and hobbyists, many of whom were saving the quarters as they were released. The program captured the national imagination, and as a result, there was a marked increase in demand for these coins, especially for those with unique features or errors. As more states were added to the program, the Delaware quarter's value began to rise. Collectors were keen to complete their sets, and the presence of rare and error-filled coins within the program only served to increase interest. Coin enthusiasts and investors were particularly drawn to coins like the 2001 Delaware quarter, which had strong historical ties and the potential for error varieties. For collectors, the state quarters program was more than just about the coins themselves. It was a way to connect with America's history, a way to learn about each state's contribution to the nation's growth and development. The 2001 Delaware quarter was among the first coins in the program that truly captured the nation's attention, as it marked the beginning of a series that would span a decade and culminate in the release of quarters representing all 50 states. Fast forward to today, and the 2001 Delaware quarter is now valued at a staggering $122,000, depending on its condition and any unique minting errors it may contain. While most 2001 quarters are still worth only 25 cents, the value of error coins and those in pristine condition has skyrocketed in the world of numismatics. The value of the Delaware quarter, in particular, can be traced to the combination of its historical significance, the rarity of error coins, and the overall popularity of the 50-state quarters program. For those who own a 2001 Delaware quarter with a unique error, the discovery can be life-changing. What was once a piece of pocket change can now be sold for a life-changing sum. In some cases, coins from this series have sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars. As the market for rare coins continues to grow, the value of certain quarters from the state quarters program, including the 2001 Delaware quarter, will only continue to rise. In the world of coin collecting, the 2001 $quarter coin has become a shining example of how even relatively recent coins can hold immense value. With its historic design, its association with the highly successful state quarters program, and its potential for minting errors, the 2001 Delaware quarter has earned its place as one of the most valuable coins in modern American numismatics. The 2008 $quarter coin is one such example. At first glance, it might appear like any other coin from that year, small, metal, and unassuming. Yet, beneath the surface lies a story filled with cultural and historical significance, along with a series of minting quirks that have made this coin one of the most sought-after quarters in modern American history. As of today, the 2008 $quarter coin is valued at an impressive $112,000, a price tag that might leave many wondering how a coin worth just 25 cents when it was minted could possibly fetch such a high value. To answer that question, we must go deeper into the history, design, and minting details of the 2008 $quarter. Before we dive into the 2008 quarter itself, it's important to understand the broader context in which it was produced. The 2008 quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010. However, the initial design work for this series began in 2008, and the coins were meant to celebrate the natural beauty of the United States. These quarters were intended to highlight national parks, landmarks, and significant cultural icons spread across the country. The America the Beautiful program was a major departure from the traditional state-based quarters that had been introduced in 1999. Instead of honoring individual states, the focus shifted to national parks and other iconic landmarks that represent the essence of the American experience. By honoring these national treasures, the U.S. Mint sought to inspire pride and appreciation for the natural and historical wonders scattered throughout the country. Though the official release of the America the Beautiful quarters began in 2010, 2008 saw the creation of the first designs in preparation for the series. The 2008 coins were specifically linked to the program's future iterations, as the designs created in this year would serve as the foundation for the entire series. This makes the 2008 $quarter coin unique in that it serves as the first step in the creation of one of the most popular and enduring series of quarters ever issued. But it wasn't just the fact that the coin would be part of a major program that increased its significance, it was the selection of the very first national park to be featured on the quarter, Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park holds a special place in American history. Established in 1872, it was the first national park in the world, setting a precedent for the conservation of natural wonders. Yellowstone's iconic landscapes, wildlife, and geothermal features made it a fitting subject for the inaugural coin in the America the Beautiful series. The design of the 2008 quarter captures the majestic beauty of Yellowstone's natural environment. The reverse side of the quarter features an image of the famous Old Faithful geyser, one of Yellowstone's most well-known landmarks. The geyser is depicted as it erupts in a plume of steam, with the dramatic landscape of the park in the background. The design is filled with intricate details, showcasing the artistry of the U.S. Mint's engravers and their commitment to capturing the awe-inspiring beauty of one of America's most beloved natural wonders. Above Old Faithful, the phrase, "Yellowstone," is inscribed, followed by Grand Teton, reflecting the proximity of the nearby Grand Teton National Park. Below the geyser, the year 2008 is marked, along with the words E pluribus unum and Liberty, which are standard on all U.S. coins. The design is simple yet powerful, offering a glimpse into the untamed beauty of the American wilderness. This design, representing the start of the America the Beautiful series, is now one of the most iconic images in U.S. coinage, and it contributes significantly to the coin's high value today. As with many coins in the world of numismatics, the real story of value lies not just in the design, but also in the minting process itself. Most coins are mass-produced with a high degree of accuracy, ensuring that the vast majority of coins are fairly standard in appearance. But, occasionally, errors occur during the minting process, errors that can turn an ordinary coin into a rare, valuable treasure. In the case of the 2008 Yellowstone quarter, several errors were identified that increased the coin's desirability among collectors. Some of these errors were caused by issues with the dies used to strike the coins, while others occurred during the actual pressing process. The most sought-after error for this particular quarter is the double die error, where the design appears to have been struck multiple times, creating a doubling effect on the image. For the 2008 Yellowstone quarter, a double die error can be found on the word Liberty or sometimes even on the geyser itself. These coins, when found in high-grade condition, are incredibly rare and have become the focal point of coin collectors' interest. A coin that exhibits such an error may command prices far higher than its face value, and in some cases, the value can easily exceed $100,000 at auction, particularly for coins in mint condition. Another error that can increase the value of the 2008 Yellowstone quarter is the off-center strike. When the coin dies misalign, it can result in a coin that's not properly centered, leaving part of the design off the coin or poorly defined. These coins, while less common than the double die error, are still highly sought after by collectors who value their rarity. It's not just the error coins that have seen an increase in value. Coins from the 2008 Yellowstone quarter issue that are in pristine condition, graded as MS 68 or higher, are also highly prized. These coins, which show no signs of wear or damage, are viewed as the best examples of the mint's work. With the America the Beautiful quarters being produced in relatively high volumes, finding these coins in such perfect condition can be a challenge. Therefore, high-grade coins from 2008 are considered a rare find and are valued accordingly. The popularity of the America the Beautiful quarters program also contributed to the 2008 quarter's value. Released as part of a multi-year program, the coins produced during the first few years of the series became some of the most coveted by collectors. Each new release in the series sparked renewed interest in coin collecting, as people sought to acquire the latest releases. The focus on national parks and landmarks struck a chord with Americans, who were eager to celebrate their country's natural beauty and cultural heritage. As the program progressed and more national parks were added to the collection, coins from the earlier years, such as the 2008 Yellowstone quarter, became more highly sought after. The limited availability of certain coins, especially those that featured errors or had been released in smaller quantities, drove up their value. The appeal of the 2008 quarter also extends beyond just collectors. Investors have increasingly seen the potential of rare coins as a store of value. As demand for limited edition coins grew, the price of early America the Beautiful quarters, including the 2008 Yellowstone quarter, surged. Collectors often treat these coins as both a way to celebrate American history and as a potential investment that could appreciate in value over time. Today, the 2008 Yellowstone quarter is valued at an incredible $112,000, thanks to the combination of its historical significance, stunning design, and rare minting errors. While most of the coins from the series are still worth face value, certain rare errors and high-quality specimens have risen in value, making them highly desirable to collectors and investors alike. What makes the 2008 Yellowstone quarter particularly special is that it was the inaugural coin in the America the Beautiful series, setting the tone for the subsequent releases that would feature some of the most beautiful and historically significant designs in modern coinage. Its value today reflects not just the artistry and design of the coin itself, but also the larger story of how the U.S. Mint embraced the idea of celebrating American heritage through the medium of coinage. With that, we've explored the story of the 2008 Yellowstone quarter, its significance within the America the Beautiful quarters program, the minting errors that make it so valuable, and its current status as one of the most desirable coins in the U.S. Today, the 2008 Yellowstone quarter stands as a shining example of how a coin, over time, can evolve from a simple piece of currency into a highly prized collectible, valued not just for its face value, but for its historical and cultural importance. The 2015 $2 coin is another shining example of how even modern coins can become highly valuable due to unique historical context, design, and errors that occurred during the minting process. As of today, it is worth an astounding $102,000, and this price continues to rise as collectors and investors recognize the significance of the coin. But how did this unassuming quarter from 2015 end up commanding such a high price? To understand that, we need to explore the context in which it was minted, the design that graces its surface, and the factors that made it so sought after in the world of numismatics. To understand the 2015 quarter's significance, we must first place it in the broader context of the National Park Quarters program, which was launched in 2010 as a continuation of the America the Beautiful series that began in 2008. This series was a major departure from previous quarter designs and focused on celebrating the natural beauty and cultural heritage of the United States through the lens of national parks and historic sites. The National Park Quarters program was designed to honor the diverse natural landscapes and historic landmarks that have shaped America's history. Each quarter in the series would feature a unique design commemorating one of the nation's iconic parks, monuments, or historic sites. By the time the 2015 quarters were released, the program had already become immensely popular, drawing attention from collectors and investors alike. The 2015 $2 coin is part of the National Park Quarter series, which was the 6th year of the program. The 2015 coins were particularly special because they featured 5 iconic national parks and historic sites, including Homestead National Monument of America in Nebraska, Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina, Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware, Shawnee National Forest in Illinois, and Saratoga National Historical Park in New York. However, what really makes the 2015 quarter stand out among its peers is the park that was featured on the reverse side, Shawnee National Forest, located in southern Illinois. Shawnee National Forest is a region rich in natural beauty and history. Its diverse landscape is filled with rolling hills, lush forests, and stunning geological formations. Shawnee National Forest also holds cultural significance, as it was home to indigenous peoples for thousands of years and served as a crucial battleground during the American Civil War. This blend of natural beauty and historical depth made it an ideal subject for one of the 2015 National Park Quarters. The design of the 2015 Shawnee National Forest quarter features an image of the iconic Garden of the Gods, a stunning rock formation within the forest. The design captures the grandeur of this geological wonder, with towering rock spires set against a backdrop of rugged hills. The composition of the design is striking, and it conveys the awe-inspiring beauty of Shawnee National Forest in a way that does justice to the park's majestic landscape. In addition to the rock formations, the design also includes a banner that reads Shawnee National Forest, as well as the year 2015. The inclusion of this iconic landmark on the quarter helped make this coin particularly special to collectors who appreciated the park's natural beauty and the cultural significance it represented. The Shawnee design, like many of the other national park quarter designs, was carefully selected to showcase the best elements of the park and its landscape. This attention to detail, combined with the park's inherent significance, has made this particular quarter one of the most sought-after coins in the series. Like many valuable coins, the 2015 Shawnee National Forest quarter has become highly prized due to the rare minting errors that were discovered after its release. These errors, while rare, played a significant role in driving up the coin's value among collectors. The most notable minting error associated with the 2015 Shawnee quarter is the misaligned die. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin becomes misaligned, causing the design to appear off-center. Misaligned die errors are relatively uncommon but are highly valued in the numismatic community because they represent a mistake that occurred during the minting process. Coins with such errors can command a premium price, especially when found in uncirculated condition. Another error that has been reported in some 2015 Shawnee National Forest quarters is the double strike error. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a doubled design. In some cases, the doubling is subtle, but in others, it is pronounced enough to be easily noticeable. Double strike errors are highly coveted by collectors because they represent a unique, unintentional variation of the design. The 2015 Shawnee quarter also saw some coins with clashed dies, where the coin's design was partially struck by an opposing die. This error can cause parts of the design to appear faint, blurred, or overlapped with other elements. Coins with die clashes are highly collectible because they are incredibly rare and offer a glimpse into the process behind coin production. The 2015 Shawnee National Forest quarter was released as part of a series that honored several other national parks and historic sites, which helped to increase its appeal among collectors. While some of the other coins in the series also featured beautiful designs, Shawnee's dramatic rock formations and the rich history associated with the park made it a standout. The popularity of the National Park Quarters program as a whole also played a role in the 2015 quarter's rise in value. By 2015, the series had already built a devoted following of collectors, many of whom were focused on completing their collections. The Shawnee quarter, as one of the final designs in the program, became a must-have coin for those looking to complete their set. As more collectors pursued the Shawnee quarter, its demand increased, and prices began to rise. The coin's design, featuring a prominent natural landmark, also appealed to individuals who had a particular interest in the preservation of national parks and historic sites. Many Americans have a deep connection to the country's natural beauty, and the National Park Quarter series gave people an opportunity to celebrate and reflect on that heritage. For those passionate about conservation, the Shawnee National Forest quarter became a symbol of America's commitment to preserving its most beautiful and unique landscapes. Today, the 2015 Shawnee National Forest quarter is valued at a stunning $102,000, with prices continuing to rise as more collectors and investors recognize the value of this particular coin. While most of the quarters from the National Park Quarters program are still worth their face value of 25 cents, the Shawnee quarter stands out because of the combination of its remarkable design, its association with a national park, and the errors that occurred during its minting. The value of the 2015 Shawnee quarter has been driven up not only by its rarity and the errors associated with it, but also by the broader appeal of the National Park Quarters program. As collectors and investors continue to flock to coins from this series, the Shawnee quarter remains one of the most sought-after coins, with its value continuing to rise as time goes on. With that, we've explored the significance of the 2015 Shawnee National Forest quarter, its breathtaking design, the minting errors that have contributed to its value, and its place in the larger context of the National Park Quarters program. Today, this quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It's a rare, valuable treasure that reflects the beauty and history of one of America's most beloved national parks. Let's now turn our attention to the 2016 $quarter coin, another notable entry in the National Park Quarters program. This coin, valued at $92,000 today, may seem like just another coin at first glance, but its historical significance, unique design, and some key minting errors have helped it reach its impressive valuation. So, let's dive into the story of the 2016 quarter and uncover what makes it so special. The 2016 $quarter coin stands as another testament to the immense value that can be found in seemingly ordinary pieces of currency. With a face value of just 25 cents, the 2016 quarter has grown in stature within the world of numismatics. Today, it is worth a staggering $92,000, an impressive sum considering it was only minted a few years ago. But what exactly makes this coin so special, and why is it commanding such a high price on the market? As with previous years in the National Park Quarters program, the 2016 quarter features a design that honors an iconic national park. It is part of the continuation of the America the Beautiful Quarter series, which focuses on commemorating the natural beauty and historical significance of various landmarks across the United States. Each year, the U.S. Mint releases a new set of quarters featuring designs that capture the essence of these parks and monuments, and the 2016 quarter is no exception. But what really sets the 2016 quarter apart is its design, the minting errors that occurred, and the factors that have contributed to its rising value over time. Let's explore all of this in more detail. The reverse side of the 2016 quarter features an image of Cumberland Gap National Historical Park, a place that holds immense historical significance in the United States. This park is located on the border between Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia and holds a unique place in American history. The Cumberland Gap itself is a natural pass through the Appalachian Mountains, and it served as a crucial gateway for settlers migrating westward in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. The design on the 2016 quarter beautifully captures the spirit of this historic location. The coin features an image of the Cumberland Gap, with the mountains and rolling hills of the region providing a scenic backdrop. In the foreground, a settler and his horse are depicted traveling through the gap, a nod to the thousands of pioneers who passed through the region on their way to the frontier. This design highlights the importance of the Cumberland Gap as a vital route for westward expansion during the early years of the United States. Above the image of the gap, the words Cumberland Gap are inscribed, along with National Historical Park below. The year 2016 is also included, as well as the standard inscriptions for U.S. coins, such as De Pluribus Unum and Liberty. This design, created by artist Barbara Fox and engraved by Joseph Mena, is a fitting tribute to the historical importance of the Cumberland Gap in the context of American expansion. The image of the settler and the natural beauty of the landscape effectively communicate the significance of this area, both in terms of its history and its role in shaping the nation. As with all of the quarters in the America the Beautiful series, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter was designed with great attention to detail. The U.S. Mint sought to ensure that each coin captured the essence of the national park it was honoring, and the Cumberland Gap quarter is no exception. The intricacies of the design, from the delicate depiction of the mountains to the fine details of the settler's clothing and the horse, show the skill of the artists and engravers involved in the coin's creation. The minting process itself was also carefully controlled to ensure the best possible quality. High-quality dies were used to strike the coins, and the U.S. Mint employed advanced technology to produce coins with sharp, clear designs. This attention to detail is evident in the final product, and it's part of what makes the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter so special. Coins produced with such precision and craftsmanship are often highly sought after by collectors, and the 2016 quarter is no exception. As the years have gone by, its value has steadily increased, and it is now one of the most valuable quarters in the America the Beautiful series. Just like the other coins in the America the Beautiful quarters program, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter has been subject to certain minting errors that have contributed to its rise in value. While most of the coins from this series were struck accurately and without issue, a few of the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarters were found to contain errors that have made them highly valuable to collectors. One of the most significant errors found in the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter is the misaligned die. This error occurs when the coin dies become misaligned during the minting process, causing the design to be struck off-center. Misaligned die errors are relatively rare, and when they are discovered, they are highly prized by collectors because they represent a unique, unintended variation in the coin's design. Another minting error that has been reported for the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter is the double strike error, in which the coin is struck more than once by the die. This can result in a doubled image, with parts of the design appearing twice or out of alignment. Double strike errors are particularly valuable to collectors, especially when the doubling is noticeable and distinct. In addition to these errors, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter has also seen a number of clashed die errors, where the coin's design has been struck by an opposing die. These errors often result in faint, blurred, or overlapping designs that are not part of the intended coinage. Clashed die errors are considered highly collectible, and when found in high-grade condition, they can fetch significant prices at auction. The 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter, as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, benefits from the rising popularity of this series. The program has attracted a large number of collectors who are eager to complete their collections of national park-themed quarters. The Cumberland Gap coin, as part of the final years of the series, has become a particularly coveted piece for those who wish to have the complete set. The popularity of the America the Beautiful Quarters series has only grown since its inception in 2010. Collectors and investors alike have increasingly recognized the value of these coins, especially the earlier releases and the ones with unique designs or errors. The 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter, with its detailed design and historical significance, has become one of the most sought-after coins in the series. Today, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter is valued at $92,000, with some of the error coins fetching even higher prices. The quarter's value has been driven up by its stunning design, the historical significance of the Cumberland Gap, and the unique minting errors that occurred during production. Coins from this series that feature such errors, particularly those in high-grade condition, have become rare and valuable collectibles. As the years go on, the value of the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter may continue to rise as more collectors and investors recognize its importance within the broader context of American coinage. With its place in the America the Beautiful Quarters program and its connection to the historic role of the Cumberland Gap in the westward expansion of the United States, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter is sure to remain an important piece of American numismatic history. The 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter is much more than just a piece of currency. It is a reflection of America's natural beauty, its rich history, and its ongoing commitment to preserving the landmarks and national parks that define the country. With its intricate design, historical significance, and minting errors, this coin has become a highly sought-after collectible, worth far more than its face value. Today, as collectors continue to seek out rare and valuable coins, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter remains one of the most important pieces in the America the Beautiful series. Its journey from a simple coin to a rare treasure is a testament to the enduring appeal of American coinage and the stories they tell about the nation's heritage. With that, we've explored the fascinating story behind the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter, including its design, minting errors, and its place within the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This quarter's rising value continues to captivate collectors and investors alike, making it a symbol of both historical significance and numismatic beauty.